Hey guys, it's Ghosty. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing The Girl with All the Gifts. Hey guys, I completely forgot to make the announcement that I got a chance to collab on a YouTube video with my friends over at the YouTube channel TwoTanksNoAggro, where I discussed some DLC for Dead by Daylight. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, be sure to check out that video. When it releases, I will definitely link that in the description. Just wanted to mention that. I'm very excited about it, so support me and support them, please, and thank you. I'm starting this new thing on my channel where every other Thursday I'm going to be doing The Thursday. I'll be reviewing movies that have the in the title, hence The Girl with All the Gifts. This way I'll be getting content out to you guys weekly. I was super excited to watch this movie. No surprise, I like zombies. It's been on my list for a long time. I knew I wanted to watch this, but I put it off. I'm very happy and impressed. This is such a breath of fresh air to the zombie subgenre. There's a lot of reviews that say that the first half, it's something of its own. As we move forward, it becomes more like zombie films. I can say that's true. I don't really have an issue with it though. Man, there are a lot of things that I like about this film. I went in with a little bit of knowledge of the plot, but not too much. I knew that it had something to do with zombies and that the main character was to have the cure for the zombies. We get in, we're in this like kid prison. They don't really tell you much about that. You spend about 30 minutes in this film like still like, okay, we know zombies exist, but like what is happening? Why are there kids in this prison? They seem to go to school. It's like little things that you kind of learn. Not a lot of exposition that really gives us any sort of like backstory. Turns out these are fucking zombie kids. We do learn that about 20 minutes in because the teacher that they have is like not a dick. All the adults in this kid prison pretty much treat the kids like animals. So we know that there's something wrong with the kids. We don't know what that is. One could assume it's zombies, but at the same time, they look like normal kids. They talk like normal kids. They act like normal kids. We get a scene where we learn they are in fact zombies. They're just not affected the same way. We get that through the scene of the teacher showing some generosity, and the sergeant is like, remember who they are. You do not need to touch them. They created this like protective scent so that the kids can't smell them, so the kids don't eat them. He like wipes off the scent and like the kid starts like kind of attacking them. They're heavily restricted, so they can't really move or anything. We live in the kid prison and we really get to know our main character, Melanie, who is a dog. I love her. She's like 50% of the reason that I like this movie. If this movie had a shitty plot and all the other characters sucked, I probably would have still fucked with this movie heavily. I love her so much. She's intelligent, she's observant. I just love like a good smart ass kid on screen and not pretentious, and she's still a kid. They give us scenes that reminds of like, yeah, Melanie's like a zombie and like really smart, but she's still a kid. She's all around a good person. She respects all of the sergeants, the soldiers, the people that are really rude to her and view her as an animal. She still respects them and views them as people instead of just being like a dick. Sometimes she'll say some like smart alecky stuff, but there's so many scenes she's like, good morning, Mr. whatever, or she's just so bright and pure. You meet the doctor and you know that she's picking the kids to experiment on them and create a vaccine. I missed the dialogue. I know there was dialogue to explain how this happened, but I missed the dialogue. But the fucking gate goes down. Zombies are running everywhere. We are immediately, which took me by surprise, thrown into this world. We leave the walls of the prison and we get to see what this apocalypse has done to the world. The survivors we have are the really nice teacher, Melanie, the doctor, the head sergeant, and like 2 soldiers. They're like heading to Beacon. They assume it's safe. They're headed there. We get to see this world. It was very reminiscent of Last of Us. I like video games. I play video games. Last of Us is actually one of my favorite video games. Some people may say, oh, this is just a rip-off of Last of Us. Turns out this is a book. I don't know if this book came first or the game came first or what, but very reminiscent of Last of Us, down to they're protecting this girl because she's the cure. Also, it's not a virus, it's a fungus. It's the fungus that makes the zombies be zombies, which is similar to Last of Us. The setting, walking through these streets, it was just so Last of Us to me. I really loved it. We get to really just live with Melanie and her interactions with the other people. The doctor wants her because she's like, oh my god, vaccine, vaccine. The doctor's whole MO is like, vaccine. We need a vaccine. I want to save people. She becomes a little evil in the end because of that. Sergeant is just like, I want to take care of myself. Teacher really just wants to protect Melanie. And I think Melanie really wants to protect the teacher. Let's talk about this relationship. Melanie and the teacher's relationship is beautiful. There's a scene where the teacher's talking to the doctor and she's just like, she cares about me or something like that, and the doctor was like, she loves you. That like did something to me, especially because we spend so long like watching these people straight up be like, they're not even human, they're animals, they're this, da, da, da. And to hear someone that thinks that say like, oh, she has the ability to love, I was just like, damn, okay. Melanie becomes essential to the group because she's able to walk through the world and go unseen because she is one of them. There's a line between zombies and human, and she's on that line. It's really interesting to see that because it had to take them respecting her and seeing her as something more than an animal to get there. There's scenes of her being a zombie. She attacks a cat. She also attacks some soldiers. That was really hard to watch. Anytime like Melanie in zombie mode, I got so stressed the fuck out. We get a scene that gives us our exposition about what Melanie is, how the program came about. I really want to point this out because I would imagine it's hard to write an exposition scene to where it's natural. In real life, you don't just, all right, let me just give you this whole life story and explain everything. I don't always hate exposition dumps that are unnatural. Sometimes like, okay, it's necessary, but when it's natural and it like feels right, like it, whoa, yes, you are a writer. You know what the fuck you're doing. So we learn about Melanie and how she came about through this scene where Melanie's just asking a series of questions to the doctor because she realizes the doctor has answers. That is so Melanie. She's so curious. It's very obvious through her actions and through dialogue that Melanie is a curious. She wants to learn. She wants to observe. It made sense. She's like, who am I? Tell me about it. What is this? What is that? Like she just asked a shit ton of questions to the doctor. I was totally fine with that. I enjoyed the fuck out of that scene. I could have gone without knowing. Right before the scene happened, I was like, I don't think I know like what she actually is or how she came about, but I'm fine with that. And they gave us that and it made the movie better for me. Can't watch a zombie movie without talking about these zombies. As I mentioned, they are fungus, which was new. I haven't seen a fungal zombie movie in my life. There's so much like science and biology to these zombies, which was really interesting. I'm not a science person, so some of it I didn't really understand, but I like kind of got the gist of it. Either way, I enjoyed it. Their sensory is weird. I know they run based off smell for sure because they have the scent blockers. I think that's their main source of like how to find food. They mentioned that they travel in horde. I like the zombie a lot. They turn really fast too. I love a good zombie turn. Speaking of zombies, I wasn't expecting to see so many scenes of the zombies like fucking shit up. It's a zombie movie. I want to see zombies fuck shit up. We eventually reach our point where Melanie comes across a horde of young zombies. These aren't like her where she's more like human than zombie. These are like more zombie than human, but they communicate in a more clear way. The other zombies would just like scream and yell, but these kid zombies had some sort of comprehension of facial expression and body movement as a way of communication. Don't know how that came about. They explained that Melanie, like her horde of kids that were in the prison were newborns that ate their ways out of their mom's wombs, which is pretty fucking cool. But these kids, I don't know if they were like young kids that turned into zombies. It's not really explained. If we were to create another line where there's rabbit zombies and there's Melanie, they're like in between. She's able to communicate with them and scare them off. They don't attack her people. Well, I mean, until later, they actually do end up attacking the doctor. We also learned that with this fungus, it's like evolving and creating these pods, and they're growing to like these fungus trees, and it's like gross but kind of cool. If those were to burst, the fungus would then be airborne. I really had some issues with the ending. I get it, just like wasn't for me. It didn't feel like much of a payoff. The doctor wants to sacrifice Melanie, and Melanie is just like, why should we have to sacrifice ourselves for you? It's important for Melanie to get the group to realize that like, yes, I'm a zombie, but I'm a human, I have feelings, I'm this, I'm that, and we could be taught. She just tells her that, and the doctor doesn't do anything. Melanie decides to burn down the fungus tree, which basically opened up the pods and made it airborne, essentially killing anyone outside turning anyone outside into a zombie. I don't get that. That is my issue. I don't think that was quite fair. The sergeant, in the beginning, you want to hate him. Melanie doesn't entirely hate him, so you know that he's definitely going to get some character development. He's less of a dick as we get on. He's like, why'd you do this? I don't think she answers him. He starts to turn and she's like, it's not over, it's just not yours anymore. All right, you got humans die, it's time for this zombie world to live. Movie ends. The teacher's living inside of this like mobile military base. All the zombie kids that were there before are attending school and they're learning. Melanie, she's using her zombiness to like keep the kids in control, make sure that they kill their zombie instincts, I guess. Those are just for the kids. I don't understand the full-grown adult zombies. I don't know what they're gonna do with them. I just don't know what they were trying to do with this ending. But everything up until the ending was great. I did enjoy it and I do recommend it. If you want to see a young black girl on film kill it, because she fucking kills it. The whole cast kills it, but she kills it. She really kills it. If you like The Last of Us, I recommend it. It is currently sitting at 3.3 stars on Letterboxd, and I gave it 4 stars. Thanks guys for watching this video. If you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch more of my content, you can subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. You can follow me on Instagram at Disco Llama, Twitter at Ghosty, Letterboxd at Ghosty. Thanks. I'll see you guys in the next video.